In the boundless azure expanse, where cumulus mountains drifted like islands in an endless sea, the floating city of Aethoria hung suspended between earth and sky. Its graceful spires and gossamer bridges glimmered in the perpetual twilight, a beacon of human ingenuity and celestial wonder. Among its cloud-wreathed streets and star-mapped plazas, Luna walked with a sense of belonging she had never quite understood. Her silver hair caught the starlight, and her eyes, shifting hues of cosmic blue, reflected the nebulae that painted the night sky. Luna had always felt a deep connection to the stars, a longing that went beyond mere fascination. As the city's lead astronomer, she spent her nights in the celestial observatory, charting the movements of distant galaxies and searching for new celestial bodies. Her colleagues marveled at her intuitive understanding of cosmic phenomena, often joking that she must have been born from stardust. Little did they know how close to the truth they were. On this particular evening, as Luna made her way to the observatory, she felt an unusual stirring in the air. The stars seemed brighter, their light pulsing with an urgency she had never noticed before. The clouds beneath Aethoria swirled in patterns that resembled ancient celestial maps, and a warm breeze carried whispers of forgotten lullabies. Luna quickened her pace, her heart racing with anticipation of something she couldn't quite name. As she entered the dome of the observatory, Luna was greeted by her assistant and closest friend, Pollux. His kind eyes crinkled with concern as he noticed her flustered state. "Luna, are you all right? You look as if you've seen a ghost." She managed a small smile, trying to shake off the strange sensations that had accompanied her journey. "I'm fine, Pollux. It's just, there's something different about tonight, can't you feel it?" Before Pollux could respond, a brilliant flash of light erupted from the main telescope, bathing the observatory in a spectrum of colors that defied description. As the light faded, Luna found herself drawn to the eyepiece, compelled by a force she couldn't resist. What she saw through that lens would set in motion a journey that would challenge everything she thought she knew about herself, the floating city, and the very nature of the cosmos itself. As Luna's eye met the telescope's lens, a surge of energy coursed through her body. The stars she observed were no longer distant points of light, but vivid, pulsating entities that seemed to reach out to her. Constellations shifted, forming intricate patterns that spoke of ancient wisdom and cosmic secrets. Luna stumbled back, overwhelmed by the intensity of the experience. Pollux rushed to her side, his face etched with worry. "Luna, what did you see?" he asked, steadying her trembling form. She shook her head, unable to articulate the profound vision she had witnessed. In the days that followed, Luna found herself changing in subtle yet significant ways. Her silvery hair began to shimmer with an otherworldly glow, and her eyes now held the depth of distant galaxies. She discovered she could manipulate small objects with mere thought, causing star charts to float and telescopes to adjust themselves. These newfound abilities both thrilled and terrified her, driving her to spend even more time in the observatory, seeking answers among the stars. Pollux, ever loyal, covered for Luna's increasingly erratic behavior. He noticed her growing detachment from the day-to-day affairs of Aethoria, her gaze constantly drawn to the skies above. One evening, as they worked late into the night, Pollux confronted her gently. "Luna, something's happening to you. Please, let me help." His words seemed to break through a barrier, and Luna confided in him about her strange experiences and burgeoning powers. Together, they vowed to unravel the mystery that surrounded her. Their research led them to ancient texts hidden in the depths of Aethoria's libraries. Myths spoke of celestial beings who walked among mortals, guiding humanity's journey through the cosmos. Luna's heart raced as she read accounts that mirrored her own experiences. Could it be possible that she was somehow connected to these legendary entities? As they delved deeper into the lore, strange occurrences began to plague the floating city. Gravitational fluctuations caused buildings to shift, and auroras danced in patterns that defied scientific explanation. The pivotal moment came during a rare alignment of Aethoria's 3 moons. As the celestial bodies converged, Luna felt an irresistible pull towards the highest spire of the city. Pollux followed, his face a mixture of fear and fascination. As they reached the summit, bathed in the combined light of the moons, Luna's body began to glow with an intense, star-like radiance. She turned to Pollux, her eyes wide with realization and a touch of fear. "I think I know what I am," she whispered, her voice carrying the weight of galaxies. but I don't know if I'm ready for what comes next. As Luna's radiance intensified atop Aethoria's highest spire, the very fabric of reality seemed to warp around her. The three moons above cast their combined light down upon her, creating a celestial spotlight that pierced through the clouds. Pollux shielded his eyes, barely able to look directly at his friend as she underwent a profound transformation. Luna felt herself expanding, her consciousness stretching beyond the confines of her physical form. Suddenly, a flood of memories cascaded through her mind. Eons of existence, the birth and death of stars, the slow dance of galaxies across the cosmic void. With a gasp that echoed across the floating city, Luna realized the truth of her nature. She was not merely connected to the celestial beings of legend, she was one of them. An immortal entity who had chosen to live among humans, her true self hidden even from her own awareness. As this revelation washed over her, Luna felt a pull from the stars above, an invitation to reclaim her place among them. Yet as she looked down at Aethoria and met Pollux's awestruck gaze, she felt an equally powerful tug towards the life and connections she had forged in her human form. The city below began to react to Luna's awakening. Buildings swayed and lights flickered as waves of cosmic energy rippled outward from the spire. Citizens emerged from their homes, pointing up at the spectacle unfolding above them. Luna realized that her decision would impact not just her own fate, but that of Aethoria, and possibly the balance between the celestial and mortal realms. She turned to Pollux, her voice resonating with newfound power. "I remember everything now, Pollux. I am a guardian, a bridge between worlds. But I don't know if I can bear the weight of this responsibility." Pollux, showing remarkable courage in the face of the extraordinary, stepped closer to Luna. "You don't have to face this alone," he said, his voice steady despite the chaos around them. "Your time among us has given you something unique, a true understanding of humanity. Perhaps that's why you chose this path." His words sparked a realization in Luna. Her journey as a human hadn't been a mistake or a disguise. It had been a crucial part of her role as a celestial being. She had learned to love, to form bonds, to see the universe through mortal eyes. As this epiphany struck, the cosmic energies surrounding Luna began to stabilize. The pull from the stars above softened, becoming less of a demand and more of an open channel. Luna felt her two natures, celestial and human, beginning to harmonize. With newfound clarity, she raised her hands, channeling her power to calm the turbulence affecting Aethoria. The buildings ceased their swaying, and a sense of peace descended upon the city. Luna turned to Pollux, her eyes now swirling with the colors of nebulae, but still holding the warmth of human emotion. "I know what I must do," she said, her voice carrying the wisdom of ages and the compassion of humanity. "My journey is far from over. In fact, it's only just beginning." In the days following Luna's transformation, Aethoria buzzed with a mixture of excitement, fear, and wonder. Tales of the celestial event, as it came to be known, spread rapidly through the floating city. Some spoke of divine intervention, others of alien contact, but all agreed that their world had fundamentally changed. Luna, now acutely aware of her dual nature, found herself navigating a delicate balance between her celestial powers and her human connections. She continued her work at the observatory, but with a new purpose: to bridge the gap between the cosmic and the mundane, to help humanity understand its place in the vast tapestry of the universe. Pollux stood steadfastly by Luna's side, helping her adjust to her newfound role. His unwavering support and grounding presence proved invaluable as Luna grappled with the weight of her cosmic responsibilities. Together, they began to unravel the ancient texts they had discovered, finding new meaning in the legends that spoke of celestial guardians. Luna realized that she was not alone. There were others like her scattered across the cosmos, each playing a part in guiding the development of various civilizations. As news of Luna's true nature spread, pilgrims from all corners of Aethoria began to seek her out. Some came for wisdom, others for healing, and many simply to catch a glimpse of the star-born being who walked among them. Luna received them all with grace and patience, sharing insights that blended cosmic knowledge with human empathy. She found that her time living as a mortal had given her a unique perspective, allowing her to translate the vast, often incomprehensible truths of the universe into terms that resonated with human understanding. However, Luna's awakening had not gone unnoticed by greater cosmic forces. Ethereal messages, visible only to her, began to appear in the night sky, cryptic symbols and shifting constellations that spoke of a gathering storm, a challenge that would soon face not just Aethoria, but all of humanity. Luna confided in Pollux about these warnings, and together they began to prepare, knowing that their greatest trial was yet to come. They worked tirelessly, Luna using her celestial insight to predict possible futures, while Pollux utilized his knowledge of Aethoria's resources and people to formulate practical defenses. As the days turned to weeks, Luna felt a growing sense of anticipation. Her powers continued to evolve, allowing her to perceive layers of reality previously hidden from both human and celestial senses. She began to see the interconnectedness of all things, how the rotation of distant galaxies influenced the tides of human emotion, how the birth of stars resonated in the hearts of newborn children in Aethoria. This expanding awareness filled her with both awe and trepidation. As she stood at the edge of the floating city one evening, watching the sun set below the cloud line, Luna turned to Pollux. "Whatever comes next," she said, her voice carrying the whisper of starlight, "I'm grateful to face it with humanity by my side. You've taught me as much as I hope to teach you." Pollux nodded, his eyes reflecting the first emerging stars of the night. "We're in this together," he replied, "wherever this cosmic journey takes us." As the prophesied cosmic storm approached, Aethoria hummed with nervous energy. Luna, fully embracing her role as both celestial guardian and adopted daughter of humanity, stood at the forefront of the city's preparations. The night sky above the floating metropolis had become a canvas of extraordinary phenomena. Shooting stars streaked across the heavens in impossible patterns, while auroras in colors never before seen by human eyes danced at the edges of the atmosphere. Luna could read the warnings hidden in these celestial displays, her immortal essence resonating with the approaching challenge. In the final hours before the event, Luna gathered the citizens of Aethoria in the Grand Plaza, at the heart of the city. Her radiance illuminated the anxious faces of the crowd as she spoke, her voice carrying the weight of eons, yet warm with human compassion. "My dear friends," she began, "tonight we face a test that will determine not just the fate of our beautiful Aethoria, but potentially that of all humanity. But know this, you are not alone. In my journey among you, I have learned that the strength of mortals often outshines the power of the stars themselves." As if in response to her words, the sky above split open, revealing a swirling vortex of cosmic energy. Streams of stardust and solar flares reached down towards the city, their touch threatening to unravel the very fabric of reality. Luna raised her hands, channeling her celestial power to create a shimmering barrier around Aethoria. But even as she did so, she realized that her immortal strength alone would not be enough. She turned to Pollux and the other citizens, her eyes blazing with starlight. "Lend me your strength," she called out. "Your hopes, your dreams, your love for this city and for each other. In this moment, we bridge the gap between the cosmic and the human." What followed was a scene of breathtaking beauty and power. As the citizens of Aethoria joined hands and focused their thoughts on Luna, streams of energy, not cosmic but purely human, began to flow towards her. Luna felt herself lifted by the combined will of humanity, her celestial powers amplified and transformed by the very mortality she had come to cherish. The barrier around the city grew stronger, pulsing with a light that was neither fully of the stars nor of the earth, but a perfect blend of both. As the cosmic storm raged around them, Luna guided the city through the tempest, her actions no longer those of a distant immortal, but of a being intimately connected to the humans she protected. Hours passed like millennia, until finally, the vortex above began to dissipate. As the first rays of a new dawn broke through the clouds, Luna gently lowered Aethoria back to its place among the skies. The city had survived, transformed by the experience. As cheers erupted around her, Luna turned to Pollux, tears of stardust glittering in her eyes. "I finally understand," she said softly. "My immortality, my celestial nature, they were never meant to separate me from humanity. They were a gift, allowing me to be a bridge between worlds." Pollux smiled, taking her hand. "And in bridging those worlds," he replied, "you've shown us that the true magic of the universe lives in all of us." As the sun rose fully, bathing Aethoria in golden light, Luna looked out over the city she now knew was truly her home. Her journey of self-discovery had led her not back to the distant stars of her origin, but to the shining potential of humanity itself. In finding her true nature, She had also found her true purpose: to guide, to protect, and to inspire the celestial spirit that dwelled in every human heart.